Hi, I'm Tyler Patterson with Patterson Legal Group. This week's Giving Back recipient is Camp Lit. I'm here with Ginger and Kim. Kim, tell us a little bit about the group.
Camp Lit, we serviced at-risk youth from ages 12 to 18. We empower them. They get the opportunity to tell their story and their life. And hopefully at the end of the day, we get to send them out and live a productive life.
It's really a critical time in kids' lives. For all your great work, we're excited to give you a check today for $500.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
so much.
That is so
That's
awesome.
for generosity.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Joining us now is Ginger and Kim Vass with Camp Lit, Living in Truth. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
morning.
How are you?
Absolutely wonderful. And how are you guys doing today?
Fantastic every day.
yes.
That's great.
That's right.
So, to begin, tell us about the organization here, Camp Lit. What are you guys all about? Like, how long have you guys been around? What's all going on there?
Okay. First, we want to thank KSNT. We want to thank Patterson Legal Group for the donation.
Appreciate it.
Can always use that. We have been around since 2021, and we are a organization that reaches foster teens, those who have been adopted from foster care, at-risk youth, those who might be living with grandparents. And we offer summer camps, which is unique to that population. We offer mentoring, and we offer social and service events so they can all gather together again.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we often kind of forget just how important socialization is, especially for those young years and for the kids in need. Sometimes we're just not getting it. That's great that you're kind of filling a void right there.
Right. We focus on ages 12 to 15.
Okay.
Our camps are gender camps. It is free. We also are a nonprofit, a fully volunteer Army family.
Wow.
So we are doing,
And so you just said starting out in 2021. How has that been going on with the past couple of years of COVID happening? Was that kind of what you decided to open the doors and bring this to light?
You want to address
Yes. Yeah. I mean, last 3 years, it was real easy for us. Our story really basically what got us into foster originally is we weren't able to have kids. And we thought, well, hey, let's get a baby. But the good Lord said, no, you're only going to get teenagers. So, and we were in Oklahoma then. And so we started camps there originally. And then we came up here, and this is our third year to have this. And so with COVID, it was just, really it was a no-brainer with us, where we believe that, one, we took all the precautions needed, tested different things. And fortunately, no one had it when they came to camp. And when they left, they didn't get it there either.
Wonderful.
So, it's something that these kids really need. Because number one is they're in a facility or a foster home a lot of times, and they never get to tell their story. We call them SOTOs, story of the one. You have one, Dane, all of us have them. And so when they get to come to camp, we give them that opportunity because we're wanting to empower them. We want them to begin to heal. We're not going to heal them. That's not our place. We're there to give them hope in a lot of ways, but also learn to trust people in so many different ways that they could only imagine. And so during our camps are only 4 days, each one, but they're very powerful, very intense. We do a Bible character, and we correlate it with their lives. This isn't church camp. It's raw and real, so all the words that you can imagine, you're going to hear them. And you might get hit. We haven't had too much of that. But what's amazing to see, we learned over the last probably the 6-7 years that we've been doing different things with camps, that camp isn't just for the kids, it's for everyone, because it really brings that awareness. It makes those volunteers want to get vested. Because when you hear that story, we have a challenge course. And we have one, where they're at the wall, and that wall is 12 foot high, and they're going, how can I make it? Or this 5-foot truss fall that we have, and you're blindfolded, and you're going to fall back. And so, but what that correlation is with their life is, hey, life is not easy. And but you know what? Those people that caught you today, don't you just love that feeling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That you might
they're
trust,
there for
and
you.
there are some good people out there. But we hear it. When you hear a kid go, man, this is the best 4 days of my life.
Right.
And then they have a half of a day, a half a day where they get to pick and choose what they want to do when they want to do it. Because to do, say, 20 kids, it takes right at around 70 volunteers. because we have a doctor or a nurse, because a lot of them are on meds. We have the position of coach, not counselor, because counselor is kind of a negative word in their world. And so when that coach, and it's one-on-one with that kid, and so what sets it all up is that Bible character correlation. And then we go into a journal time where that coach and that camper goes, where they have that opportunity. They may say it there, but everything works together. And then I get them on the challenge course. But what's great about it is I've seen more volunteers' lives changed. Because one, you're going to be vulnerable because it's just natural. It's not that we're doing rocket science, but it's the opportunity to tell your story.
And so we learned a little bit about Camp Lit last week, and it sounds like such a phenomenal camp that you guys are doing, offering these young teens as kind of a chance for structure and faith and trust. And like the 10-foot or the 12-foot wall, a 5-foot trust drop. Such fantastic activities you guys are doing to kind of build that with the community. And you were talking about the organization, you have so many volunteers there. To put it all together, you must obviously need volunteers and need donations and like Patterson Legal Group's donation. How is that able to help you guys out?
We offer training because there are a lot of volunteers that have been through trauma or have not been through trauma, so we want to train them in the way that we do camp, in the way that we deal with our kids that come to us. And so we go through 6-hour training prior to them volunteering. We do background checks on all of our volunteers. We offer we do our own fundraising, so we offer fundraisers, and we can always use volunteers in helping with that or placing those on there.
Well, one thing, any monies we get to use, man, we build new elements. We pay for definitely our training materials, and we did like a Worlds of Fun trip last summer.
Yes.
And so we chartered a bus. And it so happened to be the K-State bus. We didn't know we were going to get that. And the bus driver called and goes, "Hey, man, we got a surprise for you." I go, "Oh, no, what's wrong?" And he goes, "You got the K-State bus." And it's a big, cool thing for the
Yeah,
kids.
new wrap. It's got leather seats
Yeah.
and
Absolutely
TVs. It's so
fantastic.
fun.
But see,
And
what's
some-
cool is the experience. These kids have never experienced those things before.
That's right. A roller coaster.
That's great. So yeah, with Camp Lit, if for a teen going there for the 4 days, what are they going to experience? What all activities do you guys have set up for them?
Well, number one, we have, it's a campsite we rent. So they're out in the country. They're in 800 acres of beauty and nature. There are no electronics. So we also get them away from all of that. They can expect 3 full meals a day. They can expect all the snacks they want because hunger and neglect has been in their past, and so this is something that we provide all. But they get canoeing, they get fishing, they get arts and crafts. We have the character Bible study. We also do, we had a group of wood turners come and teach us how to get our own executive pen we created. We also have
Volleyball,
basketball, gaga ball.
and the
you
water
name it.
volleyball. And or we also did the slide.
Yeah,
with the
we made
water.
our own little kickball, water
Slip
ball.
and slide.
So it was
and
a
things,
hoot.
and so
Yeah.
and they do archery. And so that they get all these opportunities. But what's really neat is where we rent the camp. The staff is just an extension of us, and can speak volumes. But we have 5 rules, and it's responsibility, respect, because this one never stands alone, commitment, safety, and fun. Those are our 5 rules
Those
at
are our 5
camp.
rules.
Man, we go over the 5-finger contract each time.
Yeah, it sounds like Camp Lit is definitely, it could be a life-changing experience for these young kids.
It
It's
is.
absolutely wonderful.
It is.
And so I'm curious, just how can people sign up for it, for either if they want to be a camper or if they want to be a volunteer? Where do they need to go? What do they need to do?
They need to go to www.camplit.org, and there is applications for your kids, the foster or at-risk youth. There's a volunteer site. There's a place to donate through Venmo, through check. We are based in Manhattan, Kansas, so we have an address on there for that.
We have our camp dates on there.
Camp dates are on there,
and
training dates are on
the
there,
The training
excuse me.
dates of March 25th and April 15th, because you can't come to camp unless you come through training.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line, because you need to experience that and have those hours, and we require that of returning each year. Yeah, it's just because it's a refresher, number one. And two, we don't know what might have changed in your own life that we need to find out, you know. And so, and then on there also, you can see the stories and and the effects that these kids and that camps had on these. But it gives you an opportunity to sign up on a newsletter, and we're a 501c3, so anything that's donated, you definitely can use it as a tax write-off, you know. But we are always looking for volunteers because we believe the more that we can get it out there, maybe we can reduce the number in the state of Kansas, possibly within the whole nation, because right here in Kansas alone, we're sitting at about 8,000 foster kids. And so, you know, we had some come from Missouri last year. And so, but we're open to any kid and everybody.
Well, Ginger, Kim, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and really thank you all for the work you're doing out in the community. It sounds like you're making the Manhattan, Kansas area just a little bit better.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Dane.
And of course, to learn more, you can go to camplit.org.